can outrun what's running through your veins. Oh, you're carrying the weight in the dead of night on that broken road. I won't let you walk alone. Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, we got each other, and if you got tomorrow, then you still got time to break the chain that left you scarred from where you came into who you are. Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, I won't pretend that I know half the hell you've seen, but that don't mean it's something that you're destined to repeat. Oh, you're stronger than you think. You know it has to end, but you don't know where to start. You can pack your bags and I'll meet you where you are. Oh, I'll be waiting in the car in the dead of night on that broken road. Brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline.
This is what I'm talking about. NFL playoffs at Lambeau Field with a snowstorm camped out over the upper Midwest. Let's go. It's time for some great football in Green Bay. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
Set, ready. Black, 95. Blue striker. Ready.
Love going to throw right away. That's taken in by Watson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Black 40. Edo blue. Field black. Ready.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. With the snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Green jack. Come on, set. Six, real green. Blaster, 6. Set.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Got it. Yellow, line it. Let's go. 33, yellow. Switch, yellow. Set, hut.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brian Branch from the secondary in on the tackle. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Marcus Williams getting the sack from the secondary.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here is third and quite a ways.
Ready, cut.
Off the play fake, Love. Oh, and that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second and a couple. Counter play, here's Gibbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
This out quickly to Williams. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. He's got it to Williams. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
2nd and 11. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
50, green.
No score after one on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On play action. Love to throw. That's taken in by Golden. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run. A first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Ready, ready. Black 40. Hut, hut.
Jacobs going to try the middle. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here's 2nd and 3.
Ready. Ready.
Now Love. Pass caught. That's Golden. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
29-yard line.
Ready.
Throwing. Love. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally.
Boy, how about the speed with which his offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Black 95. Hut.
Here's Love. And that is incomplete here.
Intended for Tucker Craft. Incomplete. Leads to second and goal.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Let's go.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and here's Gibbs. Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. In motion, the tight end. They're going to look to throw. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Here we go, set. 19, Tiger, 19.
Gibbs fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Montgomery is into the end zone, a touchdown Lions. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And it hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
6, mega.
Love now. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, we're going to milk the clock here. We just got to do ball control. This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Gibbs. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him in his first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
2nd down and 3. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 2nd down and 6 now.
At the 16-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Back to throw again. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jameson Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half, Love. His throw is going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
What a way to start the second half. These guys are showing no signs of letting up. They have a chance to take a decided advantage with this possession.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
Jahmyr Gibbs, 41 yards. And the Lions continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Ready.
Love. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. They'll find Williams on the sling. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And they're going to lose some on this play. Big knocked back to the 18. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd and 15. From the left side, caught by Laporta. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage here on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And this is off the left upright, and it comes in. Not the most convincing kick you'll see, but he got it to go. And that will extend their lead even further. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner, except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a duel. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Third down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here's Braden Narbison now to try the field goal. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. Oh, that was never on target. It's no good. Wide to the right. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start. And he loses the football a second time. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him up.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, 53 yards. And the Packers get a bit closer. Love throwing for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jack Campbell with a pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Lions take over first and 10. And their own 33-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this one?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete.
And the Lions first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Detroit.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he overshot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
It's Williams on the catch. And some room to roam now. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Now a 2nd and 2. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 124 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all game long.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to add on to that lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple of fellas talking about travel plans for next weekend, they might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more that they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are most likely staring at a cold end of their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 24.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
That is caught. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
45, right. Set, go.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
24-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Here's Jacobs from the gun, fighting through. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Ready? 70 Timberwolf. Go.
And they will take a knee here. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. And they'll indeed take a knee. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card division.